If you wake up feeling weak, if your erections are fading, and you drag yourself through the day with no energy, I need you to hear this clearly. This is not normal aging. It's your body sending a warning that one vital vitamin is missing every single night. And without it, your strength, your manhood, and your vitality are shutting down faster than you realize. I'm Dr. Lana Williams, a urologist and men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping men restore their energy, performance, and confidence. I've seen thousands of men who thought decline was just part of getting older, but the truth is very different. Many men eat right, exercise, and try to stay healthy, yet they still wake up tired, restless, and powerless in the bedroom. Why? Because your body loses this one vitamin more and more after 60, and when it's gone, your nightly recovery system simply breaks down. But here's the good news: when you put this vitamin back into your body at the right time, amazing things can happen. Your drive returns, your muscles feel alive again, your sleep becomes deeper and more refreshing. In a moment, I'll tell you exactly what this vitamin is, why you're losing it, and the simple nightly routine that can help you reclaim your strength starting tonight. So don't click away, this could be the most important health tip you'll ever hear. And before we begin, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss life-changing advice made for men over 60. And do me one favor, if you're ready to take back your strength, type yes in the comments right now. Part 1. Why men feel older at night. Let's get right to the point. To see why one vitamin at night can change everything, we need to look at what really happens to a man's body while he sleeps. Poor recovery at night is often the very first sign that aging is speeding up. When I talk with men in their 60s and 70s, I hear the same thing again and again. They tell me, "Doctor, I went to bed on time, I thought I slept okay, but when I woke up, it felt like I hadn't rested at all." By mid-morning their shoulders slump, their energy is gone, their desire has faded, and their erections are weaker than they used to be. Most of them believe this is just normal aging, but that's not the truth. The real reason men feel older at night isn't age itself. It's because the body has lost its ability to fully recover during sleep. Nighttime isn't just about closing your eyes, it's the engine room of your health. This is when your testosterone is made at its highest levels, when blood vessels in your manhood repair themselves so you can wake up with strong morning erections, when your prostate finally rests from inflammation, and when your cells recharge their batteries so you have energy for the day ahead. Sleep is nature's reset button. Without it, the reset never happens. Instead, you carry yesterday's tiredness into today and then into tomorrow. That's why one of my patients once said, "Doc, I feel like I aged 20 years overnight." And in many ways, he was right. The difference between feeling 60 and feeling 80 often comes down to how well your body recovers at night. The good news: when your body's recovery system is restored, everything begins to change. Strength returns, energy flows back, intimacy feels exciting again, all because the body finally knows how to repair itself during sleep. And the secret starts with one simple nutrient most men overlook. Part 2. The missing piece, magnesium, the night vitamin. After decades of practice, I've learned something important. The male body is amazingly strong, but it has one condition: it needs the right fuel to rebuild itself. Here's where most men stumble. They eat okay, exercise some, even try to reduce stress, but at night, when their body should be preparing for deep, healing sleep, something critical is missing. That something is magnesium. I call it the night vitamin. Without it, the entire system of male recovery begins to collapse. Here's why. When magnesium levels are low, your body never fully shifts into repair mode. Sure, you might sleep for 6 or 7 hours, but your nervous system stays on edge. Instead of sinking into the deep stages of sleep where testosterone rises and your blood vessels renew, you toss, turn, wake to use the bathroom, or lie there with your mind racing. And the worst part, you can't see this deficiency. It sneaks up quietly, draining your strength, your erections, and your energy night after night. I remember a man in his late 60s who told me he felt like his body had betrayed him. He was always active, but suddenly he woke up tired, snapped at his wife, and felt ashamed of his weak performance in the bedroom. Testing showed he was low in magnesium. Once we restored it, he told me within weeks, "Doc, I didn't realize how much of my manhood I had lost until I got it back." That's the power of magnesium. It is the silent guardian of a man's sleep, energy, and vitality. Without it, your heart races, your muscles stay tight, your prostate struggles, and your erections weaken. But with it, your body calms down, your sleep deepens, your testosterone rises, and you wake up with energy and confidence again. That's why I tell every man over 60, if you're tired, restless, and your performance is slipping, don't blame your age, blame your lack of magnesium. Not all magnesium is the same. Here's the critical part most men miss: not all magnesium works the same. And this is why so many guys try a supplement, feel nothing, and give up. The truth is, choosing the wrong type can leave you frustrated, while the right one can completely transform how your body recovers at night. So before I show you which forms actually work, let's first understand why magnesium disappears so quickly after 60. Why magnesium slips away after 60. One of the most common questions I hear is, "Doctor, I eat vegetables, I snack on nuts, I even take better care of myself now than I did when I was younger, so why do I still feel tired, restless, and weak?" The answer isn't laziness, it isn't neglect, and it's not just getting old. The truth is, after 60, your body simply can't hold on to magnesium the way it used to. Even if you eat the right foods, the mineral that fuels your recovery slips away. Think about it, decades ago, food was richer in nutrients because the soil was healthier. Today, modern farming has stripped much of that magnesium away. So, even if you fill your plate with spinach or seeds, you're not getting the same power from them. And to make things harder, your digestive system changes with age. Your gut doesn't absorb minerals as well, meaning even the little magnesium you take in often passes right through without helping your cells. It's like pouring water into a bucket with a hole in the bottom, it just won't stay full. I'll never forget one patient who was proud of his clean diet. He cooked at home, avoided junk, and thought he was doing everything right. Yet, he was exhausted, embarrassed about his performance, and frustrated by his fading strength. When we tested him, his magnesium was shockingly low. He looked at me and said, "Doc, I feel like my own body has betrayed me." One of the first questions men ask me is, "Doc, how soon will I feel a difference?" And I love this question because I've seen how quickly the body can bounce back when it finally gets what it needs. While every man is different, there's a pattern I've noticed again and again. And in a way, it had not because of anything he did wrong, but because of the natural process of aging. To make matters worse, many medications common after 60, like blood pressure pills, statins, or even simple antacids, actually flush magnesium out of your body faster. So, while you think you're protecting your health, those drugs quietly drain the very mineral your body needs for sleep, strength, and potency. This is why I tell men, magnesium deficiency is not your fault, it's almost inevitable after 60, and until you replace it in the right way, your body will keep struggling night after night. The silent symptoms of magnesium deficiency. Your body warns you long before a crisis. For many men, the whispers happen at night. You wake up 2 or 3 times to use the bathroom, even when your bladder isn't full. You toss and turn, trapped in light sleep or strange dreams. Your legs cramp or tingle, forcing you to stretch in the dark. And by morning, you feel heavy, like you didn't sleep at all. These are not random annoyances, they are signs of low magnesium. I remember one man who told me, "Doc, I feel like I spend the whole night fighting my body instead of recharging it." And he was right. Without enough magnesium to calm his nerves and muscles, his body never entered the deep, healing sleep where testosterone is made and blood vessels repair. By dawn, he was already defeated. And it doesn't stop with the body. Magnesium deficiency also affects the mind. Men become restless, short-tempered, and anxious. They snap at loved ones, they lose patience, and perhaps the hardest sign of all, their morning erections fade or disappear completely. cutting deeply into their confidence. The tragedy is that most men never realize these symptoms are connected to a simple mineral. They blame stress, age, or even their partner, when in truth, their body is just crying out for magnesium. But here's the good news: once you replace it, those whispers of discomfort begin to fade, strength returns, sleep deepens, confidence comes back. The right forms of magnesium for men over 60. Now, here's the catch: not all magnesium works. This is where most men get stuck. Walk into any pharmacy and you'll see shelf after shelf: oxide, citrate, chloride, glycinate, threonate. It's confusing. Most assume they're all the same, but they're not. Choosing the wrong one can leave you disappointed. Choosing the right ones can unlock your recovery system almost overnight. I think of a man in his 70s who tried magnesium from the drugstore. He bought the cheapest bottle, took it faithfully for weeks, but nothing changed. His sleep was shallow, his energy was flat, his erections were weak. When I checked, I saw he had been using magnesium oxide, which is poorly absorbed and often upsets the stomach. We switched him to the right form, and the difference was night and day. His nights became calm, his mornings lighter, and slowly, his confidence returned. For men over 60, I recommend 2 specific forms: magnesium glycinate, or bisglycinate, gentle on the stomach, highly absorbable, and powerful at calming the body. It relaxes tense muscles, quiets the mind, and prepares you for deep, restorative sleep. It also helps open blood vessels, which is essential for strong erections. Magnesium L-threonate, unique because it crosses into the brain. This form improves memory, quiets racing thoughts, and helps you fall back asleep if you wake at night. For men who lie awake with worry, this can be life-changing. Not all magnesium can do this. That's why the form you choose matters so much. It can be the difference between frustration and transformation. But there's still one more key to unlock, because even the right magnesium needs a little help to fully restore your body at night. And that's the final piece I'll share with you next. The power of timing. Here's something most men don't realize: when you take magnesium is just as important as which kind you take. I've seen so many men give up on magnesium, not because it doesn't work, but because no one told them the right way to use it. Your body runs on rhythms: your heart, your hormones, your sleep cycle all follow a natural clock. If you want magnesium to do its job, you have to give it to your body at the time it's most ready. That moment is at night, about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Think of magnesium as the key that unlocks deep sleep. Take it too early, and the effect fades before your body needs it most. Take it too late, and you may miss the window to calm your nerves and relax your muscles. But take it at just the right time, and something remarkable happens. You feel your tension melt away, your heartbeat steady, and your mind finally quiet down. Dosage matters too. For magnesium glycinate, I usually suggest 200 to 400 milligrams each night. For magnesium L-threonate, the range is 1 to 2 grams, which gives about 144 milligrams of magnesium. The smart move is to start low, let your body adjust, then increase if needed. Make it a ritual: take it with a warm cup of water or soothing tea like chamomile. Dim the lights, breathe deeply, and avoid screens or harsh light. This signals to your brain, it's time to shut down and recover. When you follow this routine night after night, you're not just taking a supplement, you're retraining your body to heal itself. And that's when the real transformation begins. What to expect? The transformation timeline. Days 1 to 3, most men notice small changes right away. They fall asleep a little faster. Instead of tossing and turning, they drift off more easily. Their muscles feel looser, and their heartbeat steadier. One man told me, "It felt like my body finally remembered how to turn itself off." Days 4 to 7, the mornings start to feel lighter, less grogginess, fewer bathroom trips at night. Some men even notice the surprise return of morning erections, clear proof that testosterone and blood flow are coming back online. Energy begins to rise, and with it, a sense of hope. 2 weeks in, this is where the transformation becomes obvious. Sleep stretches to a full 6 to 8 hours without interruption. The anxious thoughts and restless nerves fade. Libido feels natural again. Many men tell me they look at their partner differently, with a spark they thought was gone. And more importantly, they carry themselves with quiet confidence. One patient said it best, "I feel like myself again, only younger." And remember, all of this happens naturally, no drugs, no risky hormones, no dangerous side effects, just by restoring what your body has been missing. The recovery system inside you switches back on. 3 common mistakes to avoid. Now, before you rush to start, I have to warn you, there are 3 common mistakes that can ruin your results. I hear it all the time. Men say, "Doctor, I tried magnesium, but it didn't work." And when I ask how they used it, the problem becomes obvious. Mistake number 1, choosing the wrong form. The most common one sold in stores is magnesium oxide. It's cheap, poorly absorbed, and often causes stomach upset. I had a patient who took it faithfully for weeks, only to feel worse. When we switched him to magnesium glycinate, the change was dramatic. He told me, "I thought magnesium didn't work, turns out I just didn't know what to buy." Mistake number 2, taking it at the wrong time. Magnesium is a relaxer. It calms the body and prepares you for sleep. Take it in the morning, and it can backfire, leaving you sluggish and sleepy when you actually need energy. I had one man who took it with breakfast for months, wondering why his afternoons felt so heavy. Once he moved it to nighttime, his body finally responded. The 3rd mistake is not sticking with it. I see this happen a lot. A man begins strong, takes magnesium for a few nights, then skips one, then a weekend, and before long, he stops altogether. But magnesium doesn't work like a light switch. It works slowly, building balance in your body day after day. If you keep missing doses, your body never settles into the rhythm it needs. Think of it like planting seeds. You don't water them once and expect a full garden. You water them daily until the roots grow strong. Your body needs that same steady care. The good news is, these mistakes are easy to avoid once you know about them, and when you stay consistent, magnesium can finally do its job the way nature designed it. But here's the exciting part: on its own, magnesium is powerful, yet when you pair it with a few other key nutrients, the results can be much stronger. This simple combination can supercharge your energy, sleep, and vitality. I'm talking about magnesium, zinc, and vitamin B6. Together, this trio is often called ZMA, and it has been a game changer for many men who thought their best days were behind them. Here's why. Magnesium calms your body, improves sleep, and helps your natural testosterone rise. Zinc then steps in to support that testosterone, keeping your strength, energy, and recovery steady. Without zinc, many men unknowingly struggle for years, feeling weaker than they should. When they finally add it back, they're surprised how quickly their drive and confidence return. And then there's vitamin B6, the quiet helper. It makes sure your body actually uses the magnesium and zinc, instead of just flushing them out. B6 also lifts your mood and sharpens your mind, which is why so many men feel calmer, clearer, and more focused with this combo. I remember one man in his late 60s who nearly gave up on supplements. He tried magnesium alone and noticed some relief, but still felt like something was missing. When we added zinc and B6, he came back weeks later with a huge smile. His sleep was deep, his mornings were full of energy, and he told me, "Doc, my wife says I'm a new man." That's the power of this trio. It doesn't just help your body, it transforms your life. Magnesium lays the foundation, but with zinc and B6, you're giving your body the complete recipe to restore energy, rebuild strength, and reignite passion. And that leads us to one final truth, something deeper than any supplement. Because the real question isn't only about nutrients, it's about the kind of man you choose to be in this next chapter of your life. Why this matters? When I talk to men about their health, I always remind them this isn't only about sleep, testosterone, or even performance in the bedroom. It's about something much deeper, how you feel about yourself as a man. Too often, tiredness, poor sleep, and fading strength are seen as just part of getting older. But accepting that slowly steals more than energy. It takes away your confidence, your closeness with your partner, and your joy for life. I've met men who avoid the mirror because they don't like the man staring back. I've spoken to husbands who stopped reaching for their wives, not out of lack of love, but out of embarrassment. And it breaks my heart, because I know this decline isn't fate. Your body isn't failing because of age, it's struggling because it's not getting the nutrients it needs to recover. When you restore magnesium, zinc, and vitamin B6, you're not just fixing a deficiency, you're reawakening the spark that never really left, it was only asleep. That fire for life, intimacy, and energy is still inside you, waiting to be switched back on. I remember a man in his late 60s who came to me defeated, quiet, hunched over, believing his best years were gone. After rebuilding his nightly routine, he returned weeks later standing taller, smiling, and with a light in his eyes. He told me, "Doc, I feel like I got a piece of myself back. My wife says I laugh again." That's what this is about, not just better sleep or more energy, but bringing back the man you thought you'd lost. Manhood doesn't have an expiration date. Strength, passion, and clarity don't vanish with age. They fade when the body can't recover, and they return when you give it the support it needs, especially at night. That's why I call sleep the true foundation of manhood, because when your nights are strong, your days can be powerful. Your next step, gentlemen, we've uncovered a truth most men never hear. Those restless nights, the weak mornings, the fading confidence, it's not simply age, it's your body crying out for what it's missing. Magnesium is more than just a mineral. For men over 60, it's the night vitamin, the quiet key that lets your body rebuild, recharge, and rise with strength again. Without it, you feel the loss everywhere. With it, life begins to return. I've seen men regain their energy, restore intimacy in their marriages, and reclaim their pride simply by giving their bodies the right fuel. And I want you to know, this isn't only for others, it's available to you too. Age is not the enemy, neglect is. And now that you know the truth, the power is in your hands. So here's my challenge, commit to yourself tonight. Take the right form of magnesium. Take it at the right time. Be consistent. And if possible, pair it with zinc and vitamin B6. Protect your nights, they are your body's sacred time of healing, because your best years aren't gone, they're waiting to be unlocked. Your energy, your strength, your passion, they can all return. And it all begins with one simple choice, a choice you can make tonight.